Welcome back to Boujee Bravo Bitches, where we talk all that Bravo tea from basic to bougie. We're your hosts. I'm Jenna.
I'm Darcy.
And I'm Amanda. Let's get into it, bitch.
Amanda's back, bitch. We missed you.
there.
We missed you.
Welcome,
Thank
Mama.
you guys. Thank you.
What's it like to be a mom of 3?
Oh my God, it's insane. It's like sometimes I forget that I have 3 kids. I'm like, shit, there's 3 of you now.
You just
That's
lose
a
count
lot.
at a certain point,
It's a
right?
lot. I'm very lucky because my mom is here right now. So she's just like, it's like having a live-in nanny, maid, cook. So
She should just stay
I know, honestly. Please don't go back to Florida. Stay.
forever. Stay forever.
Do you want to live with me?
Oh, we're so happy for you.
I'm so happy. It's a good time. Thank you guys for understanding my absence, but I'm back and I'm ready for.
You were like barely up. We got like we had like a recorded like preview of what you wanted to share.
Exactly.
We definitely went rogue without
I
you,
loved it.
so
I
we
loved
need
it.
you back.
I'm ready for this. We have
Thank
a
you
lot
for
to
keeping
discuss.
us focused and hinged. Because
Left-
without
You know
you,
what?
we're unhinged.
Yeah.
I like it though. I'm a fan.
Left to our own devices, we're fucked, honestly. Well, welcome back.
Let's go. Where do we
I know.
start?
Okay, seriously, I feel like I feel invigorated, like rejuvenated. I feel like things are going right in the Bravo world again. I was like, for like a couple weeks straight, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even want to watch some of the shit anymore, but I feel better now. What about you guys?
I've got a little pep in my step.
I
Like
love it.
between Crappie Lake and New York, like the New York reboot, I'm feeling like fun.
Feeling Giovanni?
I'm feeling Giovanni.
I'm happy. You know what? It was a lot of below deck. They didn't have a lot of content. It was a lot of reunions, and then the reunions were over.
Yeah.
Now we're like back in summer action, and I'm living for it in the middle of the night nursing sessions. It's like my thing now.
So I don't know about y'all, but I'm pumped. Like, I'm jazzed for it. I think that it was needed. Like, we need new shows, we need new content, I need new people. I'm sick of the same saggy old titties on my screen.
I don't know about all that. I don't know. I mean, I'm looking forward to the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip when they're in where the fuck did they go? St. Bart's?
Oh yeah, St. Bart's. Yeah.
So like, yeah, I get that there's a new
No,
crew,
I didn't mean the RHONY saggy titties. I
Oh,
just meant
okay.
everyone's saggy titties. My titties sag. Like, I meant all the saggy titties. I just meant I need new people.
Mine are not, and I will.
No, voluptuous titties.
Give it a year, and then that's it. I'll be like, shit.
Dr. Miami.
Lenny Hochstein's
Lenny.
taking your patients.
The boob god himself. Lenny,
Ugh.
if you're listening, I'll call you in 12 months.
Call you later, Lenny.
Oh my God.
We have to talk about the biggest Bravo announcement of the week in the past week, which is that BravoCon tickets are going on sale Friday.
Hey.
I know. Well, I'm so excited for you guys.
I'm
nervous.
I'm anxious.
Though.
I'm anxious.
Nervous.
I have
I'm
serious
not.
anxiety. I'm not gonna stop having anxiety until I get
Friday.
the like confirmed email. You have your tickets.
I feel
I'm
like
not
if you're
anxious
a Bravo
about-
insider. You
Mhm.
might get like a day early, right?
I think they're gonna announce, like they said, like look out for an email Thursday.
Look out for an email Thursday or Wednesday tomorrow.
Yeah. So they did say to look out for an email Thursday with some kind of exclusive. I think maybe they'll push the time earlier for us. But I'm not anxious about getting tickets in general. I'm anxious about getting VIP tickets. That's
Okay.
what I'm anxious
I heard
about.
that VIP sold out super fast last year.
I don't believe that because
Okay.
I literally was like I was gonna upgrade our tickets. We went general admission last year. Yeah, last year we went general admission. Sorry, not a bougie thing to say, but I'm nervous about getting VIP. I just want to be a VIP. I will never general admission anything again. I'm too old for general admission. That's what I learned about myself, and I'm okay with it.
She's like, I'd rather not go if I can't be
That's
VIP.
true.
See, I'm going into this
Yeah.
so blind. Like, I've never done a BravoCon. I have no idea what
I
to
am
expect.
not that bougie apparently because I would go general.
I mean, I'm
admission,
gonna go
though. Wasn't that-
regardless. I think this is the thing.
Yeah.
Now I have seen and I cannot unsee like the finer things in life. And also last year because like all we had to go off of was 2019, which like sold out instantly because it was a very small venue. I think that like I didn't think we'd even get tickets, so I just like clicked whatever I could click. Like I didn't look at anything,
exactly.
and then I was like, oh, well, I got them. I probably could have got better ones, but whatevs.
But last year, I don't think the VIP was any better than the general admission. I think you would have to have gone SVIP, which is like super VIP, but they're not doing that this year. It's just your basic VIP. And I wonder, since they're only doing VIP, and they probably had a lot of complaints last year, how many they're going to have. That's what makes me nervous because I feel like they had issues with VIP being almost the same as general admission. So it'll be interesting to see how Vegas does it compared to New York City.
I have full faith that like Vegas runs large scale conventions like these all day, every day, 365. So like the production of the convention should be good.
And I thought last year's BravoCon was good too. I mean, the lines were long.
Well, I don't know about y'all, but until Friday comes and goes, I am probably going to be nervous, but I'm like ready to go. I do think that like after going last year, like, yeah, I'll go like regardless of whatever type of ticket, but VIP, it was the lines for me. I hope they just resolved that anyways, but
yeah,
it was the lines for me.
I feel like the bartenders in Vegas are going to be very different than the bartenders in New York City.
That's what they do.
Whoever they had bartending in New York City was like, I don't think that they were really bartenders because they were the slowest. I've never experienced anything like that in New York City. I live here.
So, we had like insider knowledge a little bit last year because a friend of my sister's like worked for a company that put on BravoCon. So it's like an events company that does it. It's not like Bravo does it. They like work in conjunction.
Yes. They
and Vegas, like this is what they do. They put on parties. So like I'm not worried. I think it'll be a good time, but
yeah. I'm excited for you guys because obviously I'm not going to make it this year.
You should just bring her
and all. So
put her in your purse.
She's a Boujee Bravo bitch.
I leave her with my husband.
She'll fit in your Neverfull. Bring her on with you.
But you know what? I'm gonna live vicariously through you guys, and you're gonna tell me everything. I feel like
come time we'll have to do like maybe a pod either like during or like immediately after, and maybe some like live coverage.
Definitely,
but I'm excited.
I would love it.
Everyone's BravoCon dreams come true, and they get their tickets, and it's a magical time for all.
It's gonna be so fun, and I've never been to Vegas.
I'm excited about that.
This is like checking all the boxes.
Vegas.
You guys have to just send me hourly updates of what's happening.
You'll get the itinerary before we even arrive.
I need it.
And that itinerary will be laminated.
For sure.
I'm not that sad because I don't think if Luke isn't going and I already met him, I'm like, you know what? I'm good.
We got a Vegas virgin.
That's me.
That's me. I know. I'm excited for you. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time. So this week we have VPR is like into filming, and they are like going to Lake Tahoe, I believe. I just saw them literally today.
I just saw that before we came here.
They were literally getting on a flight today. So that's exciting.
Is that where Lisa's new restaurant is opening up?
Yes, it is. Very good. Student of the month. Very good. Very good. Yeah, so they're on their way there. I saw like on a flight was, I believe, Allie, James, Sheena, and Lala, but I'm sure they're all going. They were trying to get, what's her name?
She said,
Rachel. She's gone back to Rachel.
From you. You can't take her power, baby.
That's true.
Yeah.
I guess she's out of treatment.
She's trying to get more money.
A very, very expensive treatment.
I'm not mad about it.
So she's in a contract already.
What's the worst thing you do? Say no.
I think she should.
You might as well try to fight for it. At this point, she's one of America's most hated. Why not make some money off of it?
Mm-hmm.
So there was this whole thing like she's like, fighting her like contract, but she's already in a contract. Yes. She's just renegotiating pay, which you can do. So that's like the deal. Also, we didn't even talk about this, but VPR was nominated for 2 Emmys.
Well fucking deserved. Well deserved.
Well played, Lisa Vanderpump. Well played. Traitors was also nominated for an Emmy.
I liked Traitors.
I did too.
I still haven't watched it.
Oh, it's so cute. Watch it.
It's
good. If you love Kate Chastain, you'll love it, basically. All right. Well, yeah. So did you guys see that Sandoval, they were filming at SUR, and Sandoval was like seen like, first of all, he was seen crying in a corner, and then later he was also seen with like Sheena screaming at him.
Listen,
I'm trying so hard to stay away from all news related to filming because I don't want to spoil, like, I don't want to get to the point where the season starts airing and I already know everything that happened. So
Yeah.
I
Fair.
respect that. I respect
I'm on a
that.
sabbatical.
I like it. However, if I see him crying, he's such a bitch boy. Okay. First of all, I don't like when people cry, from a housewife to anyone. Stop fucking crying. I hate when people cry.
Shut your little fucking mouth, Sandoval.
Exactly.
Also,
Ooh.
I mean-
apparently he was fighting with Lisa at SUR, and cameras like went down. So
I
don't
did
know.
see that. Cameras,
Like they,
Lisa shut it down probably.
yeah, because she like screamed back at him, I guess. Okay, did you guys see that Kristen wore the fucking green dress?
I mean,
course
are we
she did.
surprised?
No.
Are we surprised?
No.
When she came back filming, she wore fucking Nike flip-flops.
She was wearing Birkenstocks in the green dress,
I
Oh,
can't
rolling
even.
around in the Jerusalem
It's like
cruisers.
she literally like she has to make like her own throwback moment. Like, come on, give me a break, bitch. I can't.
Listen, if any of us ever go on TV and you look like that, I'm gonna have strong words for you. Okay, if you're not getting fucking glam before
No,
you're on
no,
national
no.
television, we're gonna have words.
Just
That's
don't
all.
make me cry.
In Bravo adjacent news, apparently Ariana's going to be on Love Island. I don't know, doing maybe some kind of like emceeing or something like that. I'm not sure.
Interesting.
Hosting.
I just saw a lot of TikTok influencers there for a influencer trip. Love Island, Fiji.
Ooh, that sounds exciting.
Mhm.
I've watched the UK version. I haven't ever really gotten into it since then, but I'd like to. I just don't have enough hours in my day for all that TV. What else do we got? Real Housewives of Miami wrapped filming. Did you guys see that? Like Gertie cut off all her hair ahead of her cancer treatments. She looked good
looks
though.
amazing.
Yeah, she looked really good.
And I hope she's doing well because there was the issue on their trip to Mexico.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I wonder what that was.
Looked good and healthy, which is great to see.
We also heard last week that Summer House Martha's Vineyard is going to be returning. And so I like had put out a post about it, and I just kind of took note of like who responded and who didn't like repost it. And the didn't repost it, I kind of feel like are maybe the people who like are not going to be back. So and I could be totally wrong about this, but I'm like, if you're reposting, you're obviously excited about it. But it didn't seem like Amir or Jason were involved anymore, and Alex didn't respond or repost, but I feel like just he's a weirdo, so that doesn't really mean much. And then obviously we saw that Silas is deployed, so he won't be there.
And I would say, all due respect, I respect Silas,
Yeah.
Thank you for serving our country. As much shit as I talk about you, I appreciate what you've done for our country.
Yeah, I mean, our job is kind of to talk shit here. I don't think that means that doesn't mean a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, but it's kind of our job. Okay, also Real Housewives of Potomac wrapped filming, but prior to wrapping filming, did you guys see that huge fight that broke out between the friends of? It was like next level. It was like Bad Girls Club style.
That was a brawl.
It was bad. I mean, I'm glad that none of the like actual housewives were really involved, although I did see Candace throwing
that's your girl. That's
my girl. I don't like Candy.
Candace.
I 100% do not. What the fuck?
I thought you liked Candace.
No.
Interesting.
Not since her bootleg video shoot in the parking lot.
It's like, this is very low budget.
No, I like White Chris.
Oh, that's not what I call
not Candace.
Should I say my nickname, or is it not nice?
You gotta tell us. What's the nickname?
His nickname is Broke Chris.
Oh.
Because, there was Big Chris and Broke Chris. So,
wow. He works hard.
He did take a selfie with us at BravoCon, though.
He was really nice, too. She wasn't. With her stupid sunglasses on and indoors.
Her white latex pants.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
No, I'm not a fan of her. I think she's a fucking baby back bitch, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I want to poke her eyeball out with one of her triangles.
Right. Yeah. Oh, God. She annoyed me on Girls Trip, too. But yeah, the huge fight broke out between Ashley Darby's messy friend Deborah and someone named Kiana, who I guess is she a friend of Candace?
Probably.
a friend of Wendy. I don't know. She's a friend
I think
of
Wendy. I think a friend of Wendy.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Deborah, the Sesame Street character.
I know.
Okay, even though I don't like Candace, she does have some good shade. I'll give her
She
that.
does.
She's funny.
She's
She is
ruthless.
funny.
That's one person I wouldn't want to be mad at me because the
No.
things that she could say about me, I'd be probably crying in my pillow.
Scary. Scary. Okay, yesterday I did see that they're filming Summer House. Obviously, it's summer, and Danielle and Lindsay were spotted filming together, and they did look friendly. So there's hope, guys. There's hope.
Nature is healing.
Something I heard is that we were kind of trying to figure out last week, like what shows will be like coming up next. And I think that obviously Winter House, because we already have a trailer for it, but then I had heard Southern Charm maybe in September.
I could get into that lineup for sure.
Yeah, I'm into it. I'm excited. Yeah. I'm ready for it to come back. I'm ready. I feel
too.
like some of those shows are gone for too long before they come back. It's like, don't jam like another season of like something else down our throats. Like, let's see the stuff that we haven't seen in 2 years.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. They had the because RHONY obviously premiered this week. They had the RHONY premiere party, and I heard that Jessel puked all over the place and was asked to leave. Did you guys hear that?
I did.
I mean, it happens.
Well, it does happen. But that is a way to premiere.
Sure. I like it. Go big or go home.
I mean, everybody's talking about her. So
exactly.
That's true. Okay, so I heard that obviously before I watched the RHONY premiere, so I was expecting a lot more from her, and then she actually was a little bit of a snooze for me, but we'll get into that in a bit.
Yeah.
There was a lot of news this week, but the only other thing I guess noteworthy was that someone had posted that Dina is no longer following Teresa on the gram. Did you guys notice that?
I saw you post something about that, but I don't know. Teresa is whatever.
She's just living her life. Either get on the train or get off,
I'll say I saw the pictures from Gia and Gabriella's graduation party. Gia's dress was so
like a wedding dress.
It was like a wedding dress.
Are we at your bridal shower? I can't tell.
I mean, it was over the top for a bridal shower. It was like a reception dress. So.
Wow.
But like she looked cute, so.
Let's get into the shows of the week, peeps.
Let's do it.
Real Housewives of Orange County we had last Wednesday Eve. It was that was a week prior that it was the only show on, right? I don't even know what day it is anymore.
Everything's just blended together.
Don't ask me. I have no clue.
We had the week of 4th of July was the week it was the only show on, but so we had Orange County. It felt like a boring fluffer kind of episode just to get us to what I like to call napkin gate, which will be tomorrow night.
The end. It was the end of their trip, and then it was like they were back home and they were talking about their trip. Not really anything noteworthy. I mean,
were you watching this from like your hospital bed after?
No, I came home on Wednesday. I came home on Wednesday. Gave birth on Monday. Came home on Wednesday.
Gotcha.
She does it all.
She's dedicated.
I am. I'm a dedicated Housewives fan. So there's
You sure are. Yeah, it was the end of their trip. And then, just kind of a little bit of a snoozer. I feel like Heather got some shit for giving Gina that advice that like Travis is not your therapist. Like stop jumping on him. But I felt like it was good advice.
I was just going to say, I thought it was great advice. Like nobody wants to hear about your fucking baggage, especially your boyfriend who you're supposed to be so in love with. You're not going to call him crying about your ex, right? That's crazy to me.
It's like, okay, once or twice maybe, but like the second you feel triggered, like you immediately have to leave the group and call him. Like, does he have
what? G gotta go. I'm not a fan of hers anymore.
I know. I'm over it. I am over it. But yeah, I felt that part I did feel bad for Heather, but then she turned it right around by talking about how the other half lives.
It's like I'm shoveling shit. This is
all the little people that they do this every day.
You peasants, I am trying to live like you. That was my best part of my trip.
In her
you have a Chanel shovel.
Oh God. A little too far.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Heather. I like her, but like slowly.
Say what you said in our group message this week, please.
I don't remember what I said. What did I say?
You said that I was right and that she is falling from grace.
I was gonna say
Vindicated.
I am a big Heather fan, but I feel like slowly she is turning the table. And Jenna, you may have been right because I'm not. It's getting a lot. It's getting to be a lot. I don't know if she's worried about her spot on the show. I don't know.
I think that like they brought her back and it was supposed to be like a revival because they had that like that awful COVID season prior. So they were like, let's bring her back. This is how we'll revive the show. But I think what they didn't realize is like she had only ever been on the show with other big names on the show. So like she's not enough to revive the show, right? Yeah. So now we have Tamara, we have Shannon, we have that like dichotomy again. We have also like we know Vicky's going to be joining. She would need to like get along with those people in order to like continue bringing what needs to be brought. And yeah, I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't know
there.
if she is. Yeah.
I didn't feel like Shannon and Tamara were like leaving her out though. Did you?
No, they were just doing their hair. I mean, and if you want to be invited, walk into the room. It's like if you two were in the bathroom doing your hair and I wanted to be involved, I would just walk in and sit on the counter or something like, hey, what's the dealio?
Right.
But
and
I guess everyone's not like me.
It's like, even though Shannon and Tamara didn't talk for a couple of years, like they had a real friendship where like Heather, I feel like she's like a kind of like a showman's type person. Like she's only friends with them on the show. Like she doesn't hang out with these people outside of the show. So it's like, yeah, they're gonna like naturally gravitate more towards each other. They had a real friendship.
I agree.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting. I feel like this always happens, right? Whoever brings the new person on the show, like they end up hating each other in the end.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
I could see that coming between Jen and Tamara, and
for sure
Tamara is definitely being a shitty friend to her. I am wondering though, do you think Jen really has stuff on Tamara? Because that's what she like kind of insinuated, that she has shit on her when she's like, be careful next week or watch it or whatever she says.
I don't know what kind of shit. Maybe she's got something. It can't be anything like I'm cheating on Eddie or anything, because that's not what's happening.
My like gut is like threesomes, like they do threesomes or something like that. I feel like it's nothing like, you know.
I mean, then let them live. That's not even like that big of a deal. I mean,
like nothing so salacious, whatever.
Yeah. I will say, because I wasn't here last week, that the previous week's episode was so good, where everyone was just talking shit about each other behind their backs. And like, last night, I mean, it was so good. And then this week's wasn't that great. Hopefully tomorrow's is good.
I honestly, until they bring back the OG of the OC, I don't want it, but I'll watch. I'm ready for Vicky.
Fair enough.
Bring back Vicky.
I want to whoop it up.
I don't think we need her full time though. I will say that she has, what does full time look like for her? She literally has like no one in her life anymore. So I don't know what full time would look like.
If they bring her back, I hope she's not like depressed like she was on the Real Housewives. But that was because Steve
it was so funny
broken up with her like the day before. She's
if
like,
I
if
die,
I die,
tell them I died.
I mean, I'm obsessed with her for saying that. She said, if I died, tell them I died depressed, or I died and I died sad.
Yeah, I'm ready for her to come back. If it ain't got Vicky, I don't want it. I don't want it. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Atlanta. What did you guys think?
I was a little bored.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing really happened. They had that weird brunch.
Okay, so it started
with to Portugal.
Right, like why did Ralph throw a brunch?
Ralph wants his paycheck. He knows his wife is leaving.
Ralph wanted to showcase his little man aprons.
That's exactly what it was.
I sent you guys that as soon as I saw it. Like immediately after like the show, he posts a picture of himself in his stupid apron. I'm like, give me a break. Now you're selling aprons.
I ain't calling you nothing.
Call me daddy in the kitchen. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm calling you scumbag and nothing more.
Welcome
back, scumbag.
Calling you, let's move on from talking about Ralph.
Yeah, Ralph, no more. I wouldn't even post it because I'm like, no airtime for Ralph on my Instagram.
Exactly.
Not happening here, honey. But yeah, it was a weird brunch, but I guess it was good to like see them all get together. I don't know.
Yeah.
That part was nice. Let's talk about how Marlo went on a date with Roy, because honestly, I was dying because you could just see how mad Kenya was, but she was like not gonna give it any air.
She was like seething.
No. Like she wasn't gonna play into that. She was like, nope. Nope.
And
But
I
I
feel like
love that.
everyone had valid points. Like, why did we have to talk about the fact that Martell sent her like a kind, not like salacious DM 6 years prior, but we're not going to talk about the fact that Marlo went on a date with Roy and that he sent her a very flirty DM.
Miss
No,
Marlowe.
because that's Kenya. She's never gonna admit when she's wrong.
I know. Also the whole thing with like Drew not paying her bills, it was just, I thought it was so like just so comical because she's the one that came like so hard at Sheree about like not paying a bill when they like threw that birthday party for I forget
Yeah.
what it was. But then she didn't pay her chef and tried to like turn it into like a legal matter.
Yep.
I just believe she can't afford her bills.
I agree.
I think so. Okay, and I'm also gonna say this. Candy, I've been going kind of hard on Candy for not showing up. She attended everything, even when she didn't feel good. But her literal contribution to this episode was diarrhea on the plane.
Yeah, I mean, she's too busy. She's too busy for the show. She's something's got to give.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess even though they started out on a girls trip, it still was not. It just wasn't giving. And I think that like maybe this is a cast that needs to be zooted and rebooted.
Mm-hmm.
I've
I feel
got
like
thoughts.
Candy doesn't really want to work. Kenya doesn't really want to work.
Yeah.
You know, they're not there to talk about themselves. They're there to just be bitches to other people.
What are your thoughts, Darce? You said you have thoughts.
I think with at least just from the first episode, the reception that New York is getting, I think every single cast has been put on notice that like we can start from scratch and we as in Bravo and the Housewives franchise will be just fine. So figure your shit out and bring it, or else you're going to get the boot.
A famous quote from the famous Abby Lee Miller: "Everybody's replaceable."
I thought you were about to say something really profound. And I'm like listening intently, like, ooh,
that
what's
was
she gonna
profound.
say?
You guys know I'm a big Dance Moms fan, and she said everyone's replaceable. So everyone is replaceable.
It is so true. And I feel like a lot of these women get really complacent and just very comfortable. They stop sharing.
Yeah, but the more comfortable you get, the more pissed off Andy gets, and you don't want to piss off the daddy. That's
well, somebody tweeted basically about like, oh, with New York doing so well, like what other housewives should be shaken up, and he like responded with a little like thinking emoji.
Yeah, people are bored with Atlanta. That's the general consensus, that no one's really bringing it, and I have to say I'm in agreement with that. I think it could use a reboot.
I agree.
A reboot.
For having as many people on the cast that they do, there's like nothing happening.
Yeah,
there's no like spark to any of it. There's nothing that's exciting.
Okay, Marlo, that's who's bringing it. And Sheree, I'll give it to Sheree. And you know what? I think that's because Sheree has had some years off and on. So it's like, we're not bored of her. We want to know what's going on in her life. She's always got a messy man situation. Her businesses are always like not kosher. So like, I want to hear about her. And Marlo gets such a bad rap, but honestly, she's carrying the whole season.
Yeah, I don't know why people are such Marlo haters, because I'm a fan.
I think she's been mean before. Who is a housewife and isn't mean? Like, that's the whole fucking point.
Yeah.
How many nice housewives have lasted? I don't know any nice housewives that have stuck around. Do you?
No.
Nope. She's good TV, babes. Good TV. Speaking of good TV, let's get into RHONY.
Oh God!
I'm obsessed.
So good.
So good. It was so good.
I'm obsessed with all of it.
I loved it.
Let's go through each of the girls like one by one because I want to hear your take. All right. So first of all, show opener. We start with Brynn calling everyone bitches and whores. Next question. And I loved it. Love at first scene. That's what I posted about her. Love at first scene. What are your thoughts on Brynn?
She is chaotic. She is messy. She's sassy. I think she's like just sort of everything you're looking for in a housewife to be a troublemaker.
I was going to say she is what a reality TV persona should be. She's funny. She's bitchy. She's witty. She's sassy, as Darcy said. So I loved it. I liked her.
She's giving me like socialite, like Tinsley type of vibes mixed with like funny, like I don't know, like Dorinda type of vibe. Like she's giving me a good mixture of like all the best qualities of some of like RHONY housewives past. And I love it, loved it. I loved everything about it. I also, let's see, who's next? Let's talk about Jenna Lyons.
My queen. I am a Jenna
You
Lyons.
look like her. Doesn't Darcy look like her?
She does. She does.
The
You
nicest
do.
thing you've ever said.
You do.
No, she's all right. So as a full-time, like predominant glasses wearer, having glasses representation on the Real Housewives. I loved it. She wears Converse.
Glasses wearers, a real marginalized population. Glasses wearers.
Mind you, I would like to say I'm also wearing glasses right now as well. So
I have perfect eyes.
But no, I just
Sorry.
she seems cool.
She does. She is cool.
Yeah.
No, she is.
I love a striped
She is,
sweater and a statement necklace, and she did that for us. She did that for us.
She gives off that cool girl vibe, and it's not like
it's effortless
persona. Yeah, it's effortless. Like she's cool. She's just really fucking cool.
I posted that picture of her. Like she looks like she is slouchy all the time, but like cool slouchy. Like it's like postured slouch.
It's not like Gina slouchy where I just want to fucking put her back up.
It's like slouch with a posture to it.
Yeah.
So she's slouching in that chair, and I posted that with the Nene going, "I am very rich, bitch," because she is very rich.
Her apartment was like
goals.
Giving everything. Oh my God.
The closet opening up to like Jesus' organ playing, like goals. Absolutely.
And her apartment is the only one we saw. I mean, we saw a little bit of Jessel
and Sai.
Yeah. And we did see Sai's like Brooklyn Brownstone.
Yeah, Sai's Brooklyn Brownstone. That's what. Yeah, Aaron's was like just the kitchen. But like we saw a whole tour of Jenna's apartment, and that shit was fire.
Bravo did post like tours of their apartments. You have to check it out.
I'll have to check them out because I love looking at them in New York City. They're so amazing.
It was a good apartment though. So yes, love her. Let's go to Jessel. What did you think? I already said my opinion.
I have a projection. Jessel and her husband are heading for Splitsville.
Yeah. That is
everyone said that.
All they need to do is just have a vow renewal, and then they're good.
It's over.
It's over. But then he was sitting at the table, and she's like, "Is this what you're like? Is this what you're doing? Because no, we're not doing this." Yeah, I was like, "Okay."
Are you gonna be like doing this right here?
Yeah, she's like,
"I need you to not."
Plan? She's like, "We need to move this." He's like, "Oh no, I can move." Sure.
I did like that she had my cookie jars, my Kardashian.
Oh yeah, and
okay. Also, I was listening to Two Judgy Girls today where they were like, "Those cookie jars are so like 2020," and I sent them a picture, and I was like, "I think they're in." So, if you're listening to Judgy Girls, I still think the cookie jars are in.
How often do you rotate out the cookies?
Never. They're for looking, not eating.
Which Jenna Lyons found out the hard way.
Yeah,
she said, "Oh, this tastes stale."
We've never touched. We don't eat cookies. We've never touched them.
God. I have no self-control.
I don't even like Oreos.
They'd be gone.
No.
Give it a week. Me and my husband would pound that.
They're for looking, not touching. I don't have people like the Kardashian cookie rotators. They probably have hired help that just rotate the cookies. We are only here for the cookie jars and nothing else, and we get paid $100,000 a year.
They've got literal cookie monsters on staff.
They do. God, to live like a Kardashian, that's a dream.
So Jessel was a little bit of a snooze for me. I hope she brings a little more next time. Sai, what'd you think of Sai?
She looks like the actress Rosie Perez, like a dead-on image of Rosie Perez.
All right. What did you think of her outfit on Watch What Happens Live? Did you see it?
I hated it.
What was she wearing?
A bird cage.
Yeah, basically a bird cage. And I didn't mind the bird cage. It was the biker shorts under the bird cage. Okay, listen, they're all very fashion, and I am clearly like cannot compare, but I didn't like the biker shorts under the bird cage.
Okay.
If it were like a skirt or a dress under it or a slip under it, that would be different. Then I would say fashion.
Watch What Happens is like a seated event. So like wear something that you can sit in. And
Andy asked her to get up to like see it. She showed up because she was sitting like back row in a bird cage. Like you don't do that. Bad choice.
I want to know what her husband did for a career to be able to retire at the age of 50, because there's no
Also,
way she's
yes.
pulling in that kind of money, like as an influencer.
They were asking a lot of questions on Watch What Happens, and they were like, who's the richest? And everyone said Jenna, and they were like, actually, maybe Sai. So Sai has some money.
And maybe
But
he made a
she's an
business and then sold
influencer.
it.
Probably. He's retired, and she's like a social media influencer, content creator. She has like over 400,000 followers.
All
I
right.
follow her.
I do now.
Erin, thoughts on Erin?
Jennifer Aniston, look-alike.
Oh,
I like her. She's like the quintessential New Yorker, bitchy. I like her.
I saw Jennifer Aniston until she put her hair behind her ears, and then I was like, oh, there's your ears. There they are.
So it's Rachel and Ross's child.
Yes.
Rachel's face, Ross's ears.
Yeah.
Emma.
She's relatable. I like that about her. Cheesegate, restaurant gate, we'll get into it, but she's relatable and I like it. I like her parenting style. So that worked for me.
Yeah, same.
And we have Uba, who is Chanel Ayon's real cousin. I wasn't sure if it was like a real thing or if it was just like we're both from Africa, so cousins, but they're real actual cousins. She brought up it's like on their mom's side, I guess.
I love it. I liked Uba. I think she had some like really good one-liners and just she made me laugh. She loves bananas.
Yeah, she eats
I like bananas.
Weird.
I was into it. I think that a whole episode devoted to a fight over a restaurant and cheese is like exactly what I need in Housewives, if I'm being honest.
It was a palate cleanser.
Yeah.
Like, it was so good.
It wasn't deep, it wasn't dark, it was fun, it was hilarious.
It was stupid.
It was a good time. I'm here for it.
We have to talk about the restaurant bleep out. So I think by this point, most people have kind of like come to a conclusion about it, that the restaurant they were referring to was Catch, which is Tom Colicchio's restaurant, who is also a Bravo celebrity of sorts. So that would be the reason for the bleep. But apparently, if you are going to Catch in 2023, you are fucking out of touch.
Yeah, exactly. Don't be seen there.
I will never be seen there.
I know.
I will say I took a little personal offense to Brynn saying she would take her like people from out of town like Florida there. I won't be going there either, Brynn. Okay.
That was good. That was good.
It was funny. They wouldn't talk about it on Watch What Happens Live either. Andy's like, we all know the restaurant, but we are not gonna say it, basically.
I heard they made like a unanimous decision as a cast to like not cause any drama like that they were okay with bleeping it out.
I think that's nice. I feel like don't like fuck over other Bravo people. Like he's clearly like a very famous chef who's had a lot of restaurants. So
yeah,
just because this one's outdated and Olive Garden and Times Square is better, it's fine.
That's a bold statement.
Oh God, it was a good episode. What else did you guys think?
I liked it. I'm into it.
For once, I actually really enjoyed a housewife like game. Because usually they just feel like so forced and like Jenna's a weirdo.
Yeah.
So like it worked with her personality and the questions were good.
A lot of sex talk right out of the gate. I feel like they gave more like deep, dark, dirty secrets than probably the last 4 or 5 years of RHONY. So I was into it. I have to say, like, how in the hell has Brynn not made it on to Bravo or like any other reality shows sooner? She knows a lot of Bravo celebrities. Like she's
a publicist, so
yeah,
she made out with Peter.
She's friends with Lisa Vanderpump and Pandora.
Is friends with Lisa. Yeah. She's been friends with Pandora for a long time, she said.
Oh, on Watch What Happens Live, Andy was like kind of trying to do the like BravoCon setup thing, and she said, "Okay, if I'm being honest, I've always kind of like had a thing for Shep."
Yes, I saw that.
Because we're both non-commitment people.
Yeah.
And she's like, what's he like in real life? And Andy's like, exactly the same. And she was like, perfect. He's like, this is what you like? And she was like, yeah, this is what I like. So
he's like, okay.
Definitely see him going for that.
For sure. Absolutely.
She's a babe.
Right in his wheelhouse.
She's gorgeous.
She is beautiful. So beautiful.
The mane on her. My God.
Right now. Oh, jealous.
Other things I learned on Watch What Happens Live were that to no one's surprise, Ramona was rude to Sai at Art Basel. So that's funny.
Absolutely tracks.
To also no one's surprise, Jill contacted every single one of them and gave them her phone number in case they needed anything.
I love it.
Jill's a hustler.
She is. She really is. And then also there was like this question game and Bryn was like drunk apparently, but at the end she goes, "What did I learn from this season? That you can't trust Aaron." And Aaron looked fucking mad.
She looked pissed.
It was weird. It was like a bad joke, I think, and it didn't come off well. But it was funny.
I told you Aaron's kind of bitchy, so
yeah, I could see that.
I think the two of them are gonna go back and forth with each other all season.
Yeah. It seems like a fight for like who's gonna be like the number one draft pick, and I will say Bryn's probably winning that battle right now, but we'll see.
Bryn came out strong.
It's only been one episode. I guess next week I think they're going to Aaron's house in the Hamptons. So we'll see. We'll see. I am very much invested. Ready for more. Give it to me. Want to see it all.
Yeah.
And let's now talk about our former RHONY apples on Crappie Lake. Did you guys watch this week?
It's so
yes, of course I did.
Ridiculous.
It's so funny
and immaculate.
I am happy to see them like go balls to the walls and not be like complaining, like I can't believe we're in Benton and I can't believe we have to do this. Like they are in it. They were chopping down trees. They were mudding with those guys. Like I'm happy to see them actually like embrace it and be happy and have fun with it.
I just think that like Luann, when I think about her from like previous seasons, like even the season where, because I posted like, please don't let it be about Tom. It's about Tom Colicchio. I like she's just so much more like free and like herself, and I love it. And so nice to see. It's so nice to see. The lemonade stand. I have to just say it, like Luann, freaking hottest spot on a woman over 50 like I have ever seen in my life.
Knockout.
Holy shit. I've never looked like that.
I don't think I ever will.
I'm not pulling that kind of lemonade stand traffic, I'll tell you that much. Holy shit. Okay, and then freaking Sonja, like in the limo. I didn't even know what celebrity she was talking about. She used to bang. It was too before my time, but like saying good dick will only get you so far is hysterical.
I lost it. Completely lost it.
So funny. It was so funny. And then when she went on to say, like, I get the guys and then everyone wants them. I'm like good housekeeping. Like I get the seal of approval. I'm the curator of cock.
It's such a funny show. I love Sonja, and I was not a fan of, I'm not the biggest fan of Luann, but I like her on this show. I enjoy her.
I like her. I think she's a better like one-on-one. I feel like in a group she overdoes, oversells, overproduces, but one-on-one, like she's good. But I did think it was funny that she went like immediately back to her RHONY ways of like kissing Sonja's guy. Like,
oh God. She's like, that's not how you kiss. This is how you do it.
It was funny.
Who does that?
Luann.
Luann does that, that's for sure. Oh my God, were you guys dying when they were talking to the cardboard mayor?
Wait, not only when they were talking to it, but when they popped up at the mayor's office and they brought the cardboard and they were like, ta-da!
It is good. It's honestly like it's a lighthearted like show that we really need, and
I love it. It's fast, it's quick, it's good, it's good.
And I was like dying when I'm like, oh my God, 3 shows in one night, and they're all like different. I don't know how I can do this, but it was fine. I'll do it every week. I'll take it. Give me more. That's what I say to that. And they did, because we had Below Deck Down Under Monday.
That was a good
last night.
Good switch.
Thank you. Look at that. Hostess with the mostest, guys. What did you guys think of Below Deck Down Under? Oh, Captain, my Captain, sexy Jason Chambers.
Love all the fish, and there's going to be like water activity and snorkeling.
How did I know that that's what she would latch onto?
I was going to say, I like the boat. I think the boat is huge.
It's so cool.
It's definitely fucking haunted. For sure.
I don't like
it's a murder vessel.
They're so small that they can't have cameramen in there, so there's just cameras like posted on the wall. I'm not the biggest fan of that. but
Wait.
I do think the boat's awesome.
The boat is interesting. I'm like nervous for it. I thought it was like funny that they like keep playing the clip of him like crashing the boat.
Oh my god!
And
He
like
mentioned it like multiple
I
times,
know.
so he's like, "I'm not gonna crash again." Not
Yeah,
in
so
this
it makes
one.
me think they are gonna crash at some point because it's like the
Absolutely.
hard, like the boat has like a fucking dial-up. It's like AOL in the
It
90s.
is. It's got one little steering wheel.
And it's got one
One
propeller.
propeller.
I know. Well, hopefully you don't
When you
crash
put
again.
that next to like motor yacht home of the Med, it's like very different vibes.
Very different vibes.
But it's like an activity boat. Like they're gonna go in the water and do fun activities.
Let's
It's a
talk
big
about
boat.
It is a big boat.
It is a big boat, but like a weird setup.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the new. I mean, obviously we got Aisha back. Oh my god, you're so nice. I love you. How many times do you think we're gonna hear that this season?
A million.
Yeah, she sounds like
give
a
or take.
dolphin, a dying dolphin. Cover your.
She sounds like that in real life too, and she's like this little tiny peanut thing in real life too.
I know
She's
she
the size
is.
of my wrist.
She's so tiny, so teeny tiny. Amanda said something today about Captain Jason being in love with her, and
I think he likes her.
I think she could be right.
Her. I think he wants to bang her. He's like, Aisha, can you come to my cabin? Can you put in my contact? I've been putting in contacts since I was fucking like 10. I don't know. And I've never had to ask somebody to put in my contact. That's just weird.
It was funny.
It is so weird. I would never.
But she's like, I love eyeballs.
Also weird.
I think
also weird.
I think she loves Captain Jason.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
I would.
Honestly, I love me some Captain Lee, but I think they have to retire him because there is a new stud of the sea. I loved it. I was into it. I'm ready to see more. Okay, the guests like going swimming after being told not to, and then that girl was like, I'm the captain on my vacation. You'll learn tomorrow.
Yeah, and he was like, we're just gonna pack up and go home, buddy.
So he I posted that clip of that, and he reposted, and he was like, I speak my actions or something like that, and we are turning this boat around.
Don't get aggro with Captain Jason.
Do not. The only thing sexier than a nice Captain Jason is an angry Captain Jason. I thought that the new Sheffy was funny. We'll see.
I like her. She's cute. I feel bad she's got such a hard galley to work with.
And no luggage, no knives.
No knives.
No
all
knives,
of it.
no luggage.
All of it bad.
No prep space.
Yeah, I loved the new stew too from Latvia. She was like,
"Oh, you liked her? I
thought she was funny. Like she was like taking forever to get ready, and she's like, "You have to look nice. Do the hair, put the lipstick."
I liked her.
She was like, "You jump in, party's over," and she won.
She told them. She said, "Captain, I told them, party's over."
Party's over.
That's so dangerous.
Also, we're definitely going to see next week that Luke the bosun is going to get in trouble because Captain Jason told him to have someone on watch.
He said you have to have somebody up if the guests are up. I mean, and then the kid was like, "We're all just going to get some rest." I mean, what are you doing?
Someone this season gets wild and ends up getting fired. I think it's Harry.
Okay.
It looked like him, but it was hard to tell. But like the guy brought scuba gear with him, like you're working. I'm sorry, there will be no time for scuba. You're at work. I thought the guy from Brooklyn was so cute. So adorable. Wants to buy a house for his family.
I know. Oh, I just want my mom to be taken care of. Oh,
just such a cutie.
Love that.
Cutie patoo. I'm ready for more. Show me more next week. And then after that we had the Below Deck Sailing Yacht reunion, which I literally almost fell asleep. It was so boring.
Yeah.
This season tanked at the end. It was going so well, and then it totally took a dive. And I don't know if that's because they shoved so much of it down our throat at once that we like couldn't get excited, or if it just got boring. But it tanked.
Yeah, I feel like it got boring. I'll be honest.
Like reunion highlights are like about 45 minutes was piling on Gary.
Yeah,
And
that was basically all it was.
the rest was Daisy being too sensitive,
Yeah,
basically.
basically.
But I mean, I think that there was definitely some points being made. She is a little sensitive.
Oh yeah, she's
And
very sensitive, very defensive. You can't say anything to her.
Well,
yeah,
Andy made a good point. Like, how do you expect to improve if you say that people
right.
can't give you criticism?
I used to
Exactly.
really like her, and I loved Gary. This season, not their best season.
No, it wasn't.
And I was saying it earlier, like I think that Daisy lost something when she started hooking up with them. Like I feel like when she was not like into them, like she was into them, not into them, it was like so much better. It was like a funny, playful, will it, won't it? And now that it has, it was like, let down.
Yeah, it was a letdown.
I do not think
my theory of her and Colin actually dating was incorrect.
it seems that way, but we didn't talk anything about the two of them. So
No.
we're going to get into that next week or tonight. I mean, sorry, it's on tonight. The
Oh my
part 2 is
gosh.
on tonight.
Yeah.
No, well, there's nothing on Tuesdays, which is why I'm like, why'd you cram so many shows on Sunday
Into
and
Monday.
Monday?
Yeah.
So it's on tonight, and then that'll be over. But they're already filming. Where are they filming, you ask? Ibiza. Come to our sailing yacht. We're in Ibiza. Do you guys believe that Gary doesn't watch the show?
No, not for a second.
I don't either. I honestly think that he is just like totally checked out, and he knows he came off terribly this season. So he's just like, yeah, I don't watch it because he doesn't want to talk about it. And he's not into owning anything. But I feel like that's your job. Like you're coming to a reunion. What are you going to come and not talk about anything? It's weird.
Basically.
It's like your homework assignment before the reunion. It should be in your contract. You must watch the episodes and prepare.
Yeah, I agree.
That's how I feel. Okay.
Or at least remember what happened during the season and you were there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like in his mind, the way things went and the way that it was aired were not the same. It makes me sad. I do like Gary. He was so nice at BravoCon. He just had a bad season. And I think also because like maybe the crew is just a little bit younger. It just seemed like he was like a creepy old perv in this one versus like the previous seasons where he was like hot stuff, you know?
Yeah. He was too desperate this season, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't his best look. But also then I'm like, why would he be like that? He must just be very insecure and really want love. And then I felt sad for him, you know? Sheffy broke up with her boyfriend, and apparently her and Chase said like he went to Australia, she went to Charleston. They definitely boned, and they they got it out of their system. They're like, nah, not into it.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. What do you guys think is going to happen tonight with between Colin and Daisy? Because I've got a feeling that's going to be pretty much the whole episode.
I was going to say, I think that's just going to be all of it.
I don't know, but I'm interested to hear because I mean, fuck Daisy. That's all I got to say. Not a fan. Thank you.
Ooh.
She's annoying.
She got annoying this season. Let's bring Bonnie. Get rid of Daisy. Bring Bonnie. Bring the chaos. Bring the noise. Anything else about Bravo this week, girls?
It's a jam-packed week.
I'm just so happy we're all together again.
I know.
I miss this. I felt like we stayed on track this evening. That was nice. Nice for our listeners. Anyway.
You want to sing a little "Hey Dude"?
I don't.
Hey,
okay.
Dude.
I don't. No, it's RHONY week. I want to sing "Start Spreading the News." I'm leaving
Sunday.
today.
I can't believe we have to
Amanda,
wait
shut us
until
down.
Sunday.
I wanna be a part of it.
You know, I'm glad we're back in New York. New York is my fucking shit. I'll tell you that much. Love New York. Hate that we live in Jersey.
By we, do you mean you?
Yes.
I like it.
I like it. I mean, you know,
Not me.
What it is.
Oh, I did. I told you guys I messaged Mads and I was like, "Are you a Boca babe too?"
She's
like, "Yeah." I didn't ask what's your address. That would be creepy.
I meant, does she live in Fort Lauderdale? Oh, she lives in Boca.
No, she lives in Boca. Yeah, she lives in Boca. Alex lives in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
Chase lives on a boat in Miami. They
Chase
do.
was on a boat in Miami.
He got his own boat. He's restoring it. You got to watch his page. He actually posts like a video every day of what he does to restore the boat. It's actually really cool. His dad was visiting. He has a little dog. It's cute.
I love that.
His dog was in his backpack on the reunion, like on his
was
back.
just
That was
the
so
cutest
cute.
thing in the world.
He's like, this is Charlie.
It's like he brought a
good
prop,
name.
but then like the prop never like came out of the bag.
No.
Yeah, they do hang out a lot, and they hang out with Brian Benny because Brian Benny lives in Fort Lauderdale too.
Okay.
So they're always together on the rooftop pool next to my old apartment building.
Love that.
Love that journey. All right. Well, ladies, I think it'll be another great week of Bravo. I'm excited and I'm ready to party.
Got a pep in my step. I'm ready
excited.
for it. Like,
Yeah.
bring it on.
I'm excited for Wednesday, the OC, and then Sunday.
Napkin Gate, everyone. Tune in tomorrow to the OC, but tomorrow meaning today because it'll be Wednesday before you hear this. If you liked what you heard here, you can follow us on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. We also do a lot of content and polls and memes, and we love to engage with our listeners on all social media platforms. Follow us on Instagram at Boujee Bravo Bitches, on TikTok at Boujee Bravo Bitches, on Threads at Boujee Bravo Bitches, or on Twitter at Boujee Bravo Bees.
That's it, bitch.